So the question number 5, next part is suggest use for each of the products from your equation 1. Explain what makes each products from 1 suitable for the use you suggest. So here the ethene, and it is used for the polyethylene for the plastic bags that are very commonly used in our today's world. Explanation: actually it is unsaturated and it's formed as it can be used, it can be participates in addition polymerization, and after that it is used in the plastic bags or the polythene bags. Use of the other product, that is octane, and it is used for the flammability actually. And we can see the feature actually, that is the flammability release energy when burnt. It's very flammable, and the high amount of energy released when it is burnt. So the next question, question C, is the burning hydrocarbons can cause a number of environmental problems. The products of the internal combustion engines can include oxides of nitrogen and oxides of the carbon. Sulfur dioxide is a byproduct of the burning coal in the power stations. Explain how and why oxides of nitrogen are produced in the internal combustion engines. So it is very easy question. So here we can see when a reaction of the oxygen and nitrogen, so there is very high reaction is due to high temperature. We can see combustion provides energy, and the reaction is between nitrogen and oxygen and very high temperature. So that is the reason actually, the reaction between nitrogen and the formation of different oxides of nitrogen like NO2 or NO or SO2, SO3, all these structures can be formed. Write an equation for the reaction between nitrogen monoxide and carbon monoxide in the catalytic converter. So here is the reaction CO plus NO. It will give us half NO N2 plus CO2. So here we can see this is used in the converters to convert harmful or the poisonous gases into the less poisonous gases. Part 3 is the right equation to show the involvement of nitrogen monoxide in the formation of the acid rain from the atmospheric sulfur dioxide. So here we can see NO reacts with a half O2 and it will give us NO2, and this NO2 actually helps to SO2 for the formation of SO3 plus NO. So the here is the actually SO3 and N2, yeah, N2. Okay, after that we can say NO. So here we can see this is the SO2, SO3 actually, and when the SO3 reacts with the water, next page, SO3 can react with water to form H2SO4. Actually this is the products that is formed, and so here is actually the actual products. Describe two of the problem associated with the acid rain. Actually acid rain causes a lot of problems. It causes the acidity of the soils, and it increases the number of hydrogen ions, and after that it leaches the aluminium from the soil into the rivers and leaches away soil, and damage to the building like Taj Mahal is being wrecked away with the help of acid rain. So it is called the ocean acidification or the damage in the coral reef, and these all are the effects of the acid rain. So here the question number 6 and the last question in our today's video is: crude oil is a complex mixture of the hydrocarbon molecule. The hydrocarbon molecule in the crude oil are separated by fractional distillation. Fractional distillation is used because of the different hydrocarbon molecule in the crude oil have different boiling points. Explain why the hydrocarbon molecule in the crude oil have different boiling points. Actually the hydrocarbon have different melting or boiling point because they have carbon-carbon chain difference, and after that there is carbon-carbon chain difference. Due to this effect, difference in their intermolecular forces, the difference in the intermolecular forces, or we can say van der Waals forces. So we can say IMF forces, or we can say ID forces. All these forces actually cause the difference in the boiling points of the different hydrocarbons. So the next part is some of the hydrocarbon molecule obtained from the crude oil are processed further by cracking. Suggest why some hydrocarbon molecule are processed further by cracking. Because actually cracking is the something like that is the higher hydrocarbons are converted into lower hydrocarbons. So we can say when we are broke down the carbon chain length into the smaller one, or we can see here, so this is actually cracking, and this process is necessary because lower hydrocarbons are high in demand, and after fraction distillation we can produce only larger hydrocarbons products. So the lower hydrocarbons are high, due to their high demands we do cracking. So here the question number 7 is, most vehicle fuels contain hydrocarbon obtained from the crude oil. State the name of the type of reaction that hydrocarbon undergo when being used as a fuel. Actually we can see that combustion reaction is taking place when we burn the fuel, combustion. Write an equation for the reaction between octane as a fuel. Here we can see the octane, and the combustion with the octane is C8H18 plus O2, and it will give us CO2 plus H2O. So here we can see 8 number of molecules of carbon dioxide and 9 H2O. Here we can see 8, 16 plus 9, actually 25, oxygen 13 into 1/2. So the supply of material suitable for use as a fuel directly from the crude oil is not sufficient to meet the demands. Process is carried out to make some larger hydrocarbons more useful. Name this process actually, and this special process is called as cracking. As well as producing fuel, this process produces a compound suitable for use in the production of polymers. An example of such compound is a butene, and this is a formula. Draw the repeat unit of the polymer that is produced by actually this but. So here we can see there is the repeat unit formula. Here we are, I already here write it down, because C double bond C, and after that one is hydrogen, and one is CH3, one is CH3, and after polymerization the double bond will be changed into the single bond, and this will be the structure of the polymer. Name and type of polymerization that occur during the production of the polymer in the tool. Actually this is the addition polymerization, and how we can say this is addition and this is the condensation polymerization. Actually when we say the addition polymerization, there is a chain of the carbon bonds only, and when there is a chain difference with the oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur वगैरह, so we can see gases produced in internal combustion engines include carbon monoxide, oxides of nitrogen, and NO2 and unburnt hydrocarbon. These gases are removed from the exhaust before they can enter the temperature. State that what is used to remove these gases from the exhaust. Actually we can say catalyst or the catalytic converter is being used, catalytic converter, and in the above question we have write down the equation that is used in the catalytic converter actually. So we can say catalytic converter or the catalyst is used for this purpose. The next question is, write one equation to show how both carbon monoxide and nitrogen dioxide are removed from the exhaust actually. So carbon monoxide and nitrogen dioxides are reacted to form carbon dioxide and nitrogen, and both of these are less harmful, or the too much low that are causes harm. CO2 causes global warming and nothing else, and this is not poisonous gas. State the environmental consequences allowing the unburnt hydrocarbon to enter into the atmosphere, and after that what will happen? Only photochemical smoke, global warming, global dimming can take place. So the last part is, fuel vehicle are treated to remove the sulfur. The sulfur is present, it produces SO2. Acid rain can contribute to the breathing difficulties to consequences of the acid rain. As I already mentioned, it lowers the pH and it damages the buildings, it leaches into the water bodies, and harm the fishes and the plants so many. Thank you.